I just love fresh chives in my eggs for breakfast. And believe it or not, these are harvested right here from the garden on this balcony. Growing your own culinary herbs are not as difficult as most people may think. All you need is a few fresh ideas to turn that hot concrete toaster into your own thriving fresh herbal garden. You may be surprised that your herbs will actually benefit from regular pruning rather than suffer from it. You see, when you cut the plant, the cells will rearrange themselves to heal that cut, and therefore, in the process, it will multiply and promote new growth. It's always a good practice to keep trimming your plants because it would encourage new shoots to come out, and you would always enjoy the freshest and most tender herbs for your dish. Take this sweet basil for instance. You see how it has gone to seed and turned brown? If it had been harvested regularly, this would not have happened. Instead, it would have kept producing fresh shoots of sweet basil all year round. And now it's time to harvest these basil seeds and plant a new patch for my garden. So I'll just cut them off. These dry basil seed pods and shake them into the bowl. If you are not planting them straight away, keep them dry, because once they do have contact with water, they will start to germinate. And that gives me an idea for what I can do with these seeds. I'll be keeping half for the next batch for my garden, and the other half I'll be harvesting for my drink later. Basil seeds are used extensively in Southeast Asia as a dessert ingredient. When soaked in liquid, the outer skin swells up into a gelatinous covering that envelops each seed, becoming something that looks like frog spawn. Some people claim that because they continue to swell in the stomach, you get a feeling of fullness. Hence, it's a herb for slimming. And now I'll be trimming down this peppermint patch. When I first got them, they looked so delicate and I was worried they would not be able to withstand the intense heat of the balcony, and so I put them in the shade. And when I did that, they started to grow these mutant leaves, and that's when I realized they needed a lot of sun. And so when I did that, look how well they have grown now. And now I'll prune them down to promote new growth, and at the same time harvest them for my fresh drink later. To harvest your herb, just cut off the young shoots at the joints. Wrap them in a wet towel if you are not using them immediately. Pruning requires you to be brutal. You cannot try to sayang the plant. For dried old twigs, cut them down right at the base. Then for live branches, look for buds about 1/3 down the plant and cut just above a pair of leaves. That one. The buds at the joints are where you can expect new growth to emerge from. Some of the cut twigs may be used as cuttings to propagate more offspring. Healthy twigs can be also recycled as mulch or compost, but be sure to discard any diseased or rotted trimmings. Mature leaves may not be tender, but they can still be eaten if you like peppermint's intense flavor. Nothing like a long, refreshing drink after a hot day in the sun. You should try this concoction I made from today's harvest. It has sweet basil seeds and tender shoots from my peppermint patch, and to top it off, a can of ginger ale. I'm Krystal Tee, and cheers to a healthy garden.